Lord turned to the mob for help getting rid of Dalton's body. What's up, my GH peeps? I've been trying to start this review for the last 5 minutes or so, but somebody's dog keeps barking, and every time somebody's dog barks, my dogs bark. So I'm like just sitting here waiting for it to shut the hell up. And in that little bit of time, the sun came back out. It's been kind of cloudy. Anyways, you don't care about the weather here. Um, Laura discovered Dalton's body in her trunk. At the end of yesterday's episode, I thought that was hilarious. And after watching today, I'm like, it's another good day. Why not do a review? So yeah, she's just like, she doesn't know what to do. And, oh my gosh, this dumb Lordy, she really seriously went in there to check and see if he had a pulse. Does he look like he got a damn pulse? Oh my goodness, Laura, you so damn. Not only that, but she got blood on her damn wrist, and she realized that she got back in the car, and she's like fumbling around trying to find something to wipe it off. I'm like, girl, you don't keep napkins in in your glove compartment. Am I the only one that's like when you go to like fast food joints, they sometimes they give you like a bunch of napkins. I keep some of them in my glove compartment because you never know when you're gonna need to clean blood off your somebody else's blood off your wrist. Oh Lord, but it's funny. She like had I don't know how many people she got on her damn phone. She's got so many people. She's like scrolling through. Who can I call? No, Kevin. He's in Dublin. He can't help me. Fuck. She scrolled through. She called Alexis, but Alexis didn't answer. So oh no, she's gonna um. I don't think no Laura didn't leave a message, but she's gonna wonder why Laura called. I'm sure about that. So Alexis probably ended up getting involved or questioning stuff, but and then she finally chose somebody. We didn't see who she chose, and she was it sounded like she was calling for like help, like roadside assistance or something. And then she's like trying to find something to wipe off her wrist, and then Nathan shows up, and I was like, oh damn, she really called the police for help. And he was just about to go into her trunk when Sonny popped up, and I'm like, she did call Sonny because that's the first person that popped in my head. I'm like, girl, if you don't go call Sonny, tell him, bring his ass down here. This is the time where it's good to know a mobster or somebody who really knows how to get rid of a body. Mobster, hella shady motherfucker. This is the time. This is why it's good to know these kind of people. Yeah, and so luckily, I'm shaking my desk. I didn't realize I'm shaking. I'm not even touching it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyways, luckily Nathan got a call. Makes me wonder, does Sunny like talk somebody like into committing a crime or just a disturbance and Nathan would get the call? Makes me wonder. Because that's some shit that Sunny would do for sure. But and Sunny's like, what are we looking at? I was like, yeah, because it sounded like Laura didn't get into the details about anything, so I guess Sunny didn't know. He was just trying to find a way to get rid of Nathan. But Nathan, he's a good guy, but he looks out for people. Like what you just did with Danny and Charlotte the other day. So he's good people. But it still bugs me that nobody's trying to figure out where he's been for the last 7, 8, 9, 20 years. You know, doesn't make sense. Anyways, so Sonny opens the trunk and it's like, huh? And it's like, oh yeah, he definitely did. He didn't even say that. It's just the way he was looking. He's like, oh yeah, you're right. We got stuff on our hands. And so they're just going through, who could have done it. They said Ezra, Drew, and then Sidwell. The way like that's how Laura was looking. Sidwell. Like she was ready to kill somebody else. Let me stop. So, yeah, and of course, Sonny, he can't do it himself. He asked Jason to do it. So, but he was just like, Laura, come on, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. You can't see this, you know. And they go back, to was it her house or I don't know. But apparently Laura was supposed to be going to see her peoples and, like, yay, have a party and stuff, but, she's not going to show up there. Oh, Lord. Now that I think about it, Laura and Britt both had Dalton's blood on them. But, anyways, Sunny said that her car will be in her driveway tomorrow morning, and it's not going to look like a dead body was in your trunk at all. I'm trying to figure out how they get into her trunk without setting off her alarm. Is she like me and think that, sometimes I feel like when I go to work, I feel like I forget to lock my truck. I mean, there's nothing important in there unless you want some bottled water. I got a ton of bottled water in my car, but sometimes I feel like I didn't lock it, but then I get down, go back out later because I'm not going back down. I work on the fifth floor, so I ain't going back to the parking garage to lock my door. Anyways, but I would go out later and then I try the door and I'm like, oh, I actually did lock the door. I don't know. Sometimes I do that at home too. It's like, did I lock that door? And it just like, I can't hear it through the door, so I have to open the house door to lock it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I did lock it. Anyways, I had my, what do you call it? You know, stir away from the topic. There's another word for it. Not tangents. That's the word. Tangents. I have my tangents. Anyway, so yeah, Sonny. Oh shit, who was Sonny talking to? Sonny was talking. Oh, he was talking to Gio. That's who it was. It's like, oh damn. I was like, I just watched it. Like, I just finished the show like a couple hours ago. No, an hour ago because it went off at 3 and it's at the 4. Anyways, he was talking to Gio, and Gio was just talking about how asshole his daddy is. And Sonny is like, he can, Sonny told Gio that he's like, I can love you and I can love my idiot son too. And I'm wondering, I don't think Gio knows that Sonny shot Dante. Did he? I feel like Tracy told him that. I don't know. That's something that Tracy definitely would say. But yeah, Sonny just rushed Gio's sure that Dante was just, worried about Rocco and that's how he was, whatever. Brooklyn told him that the same too. Yeah, Michael went to the hospital, talked to Brooklyn, check on Ned and stuff. So sounds like Ned's doing really well, so we shall see. Brooklyn talked to Tracy and didn't, go into great details of how bad it was for Ned. So it was making me wonder. It's like, does somebody have Tracy locked up somewhere while she ain't run home to see her big boy in the hospital? I was like, no, but it sounds like she's just, yeah. So Jane Elliott is just enjoying her summer vacation apparently. So, but when Tracy come back, oh, I can't wait for her to find out that Drew saw that just left Ned there to have a heart attack and didn't help him. So, Drew, Tracy will do more than just kick your cane from under you. I don't know, but I thought that was funny. But I really love the scenes between Michael and Brooklyn. It was so sweet. I like the little cousiny thing they got going on. And he was gonna go get her a shake, but really he called Gio because he was needed at the hospital. And Brooklyn like figured out real quickly. It's like, I know why he called you. But those scenes with Brooklyn and Gio are so sweet and way past due. Like seriously, that reveal came out with the end of May. My dryer just finished. Sorry. Shut up! I'll come check you in a minute. Anyways, so it's months late, but oh well. Better late than never, I guess. But I don't know. They had a sweet conversation. Yeah. Oh, Michael, he was talking to Brooklyn about him and Sonny had issues, but Carly was there to be supportive about everything and stuff, and like basically that's something that Gio could have, you know. And Brooklyn was wondering, if that's something that she could do, and Michael believes in her. That's beautiful. And so her and Gio talking, it was just like, Brooklyn's like, like she said the same thing. Dante's worried about Rocco, and it's like, you know, If Rocco would have told you that he was breaking in to the lab, would you have what would you have done? He said you would have told him not to, and he would have went down to the university to make sure his ass didn't do it still. And Brooklyn's like, there you go. Do you can't do something that you don't know about or something like that. You can't know about. Oh, she said you can't know about something that you don't know about. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, so I was like, oh, and they're just so cute. Michael's like watching them from afar, and Gio's like, thank you, mom. I was like, oh my gosh, no, mom. Then he hugged and I'm like, oh my gosh, beautiful. Thank you, Michael. Beautiful. Meanwhile, Chase is across town talking to Alexis about Jacinda and Ezra having a thing or whatever, and how he was able to find out that Ezra has been, spending some time in Jacinda, and he thinks like I said yesterday, if you didn't watch my review, you have to go back and watch it. Anyways, like he said, yeah, so he said, nothing, never mind. That's something don't think I did yesterday. But like I said, he thinks that Ezra probably was seeing Jacinda that night, and so she can't be Michael's alibi. So he's trying to prove that. And Alexis is like, just because she wasn't really Michael's alibi doesn't mean that he did it, or basically, it's like, but that gives the department a reason, the police to give another reason to look into Michael. You know, not focus so much on Willow. He's pissed that they just went straight to, they found a gun in Willow's room, so they went straight to she did it. They're not looking at other suspects. Blah 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 blah. Still wondering when they're gonna question Portia. Anyways, but Alexa's like, "Are you sure you really want to go through with this? This can, like mess up your career and stuff." And Chase is like, "Willow's freedom is more important." Dude, it would be so freaking. I was just thinking, it'd be hilarious if Willow actually did it. And Chase is trying to help her, but then he finds out that she really, really did it. And I think by then, Chase probably, messed up his career and, in his marriage with Brooklyn. Because, just, I don't know, but I've noticed the last few weeks or so, especially since the whole Drew getting shot and stuff, it seems like Brooklyn and Michael have been spending more and more time together. So Brooklyn, of course, they was it last week Brooklyn and Chase were arguing about Willow and Michael and stuff, but Brooklyn's not gonna like that Chase is trying to make Michael look guilty or whatever. Even if I think Brooklyn would even be mad if Chase finds out that Michael really did it, which I still don't think he did it. I still don't think Michael did it. But yeah, Brooklyn's gonna be mad that Chase is targeting Michael to help Willow, his ex that cheated on him. It's like, especially now that Michael helps Brooklyn and Geo, bond. I think that will cause a lot of problems in a marriage, honestly. But I don't like Chase. Not I was never too big on Chase, but just the last few months, definitely he was just okay to me. Now he's just absolute trash. Right along with what is this on my floor? Oh, right along with Well, I never really liked Willow either, but I don't know. Anyways, I think it's just caused a big mess, and I still think it'll be funny if Willow really did it and Chase did all this to try to help her. He's gonna look like an idiot. But oh yeah, Justina showed up at that dive bar, and Christina wanted to talk to her just so that Cody and Molly had some time together. I thought that was hilarious. She's like, just laugh and make it seem like I'm saying something funny. And Justin's like, ha, 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 why am I doing this? Yeah, and then Molly and Cody were just like dancing, and Molly was just all over him, her head on his shoulders and stuff. I'm like, girl, when's the last time Molly got passionately hugged? You know, it's been since TJ. When did TJ leave? Yeah, because I stopped watching in March of last year through, I think the first episode I saw again was in January, February this year. And I started watching regularly in June, and I don't recall seeing TJ between those times. But anyways, I'm not missing him. I didn't really like him. Um, oh shoot, I never even talked about Jason and Britt. So in the previews from yesterday, it looked like Britt was going to tell Jason everything, and yeah, he just showed up to yeah, I was trying to figure out why he would show up, except for being horny. Yeah, he misses he wants to passionately hug Britt. You can see in his eyes. He tried to hide it, but you know, come on. I'm sure Jason hasn't gotten none since he be back at town, has he? Anyways, so he wanted to give Britt an update on Rocco, saying Danny and Charlie are gonna turn themselves in the next day. Um, yeah, tomorrow. He said tomorrow, but is it? Is it? Yeah. The preview for Monday looks like it's a new day. But anyways, might as well. Ain't nothing else need to happen that night. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, Jason said, tell Britt, they said that they got the key fob out of your bag. He's like, is this have something to do with the five poppies? So you're there, and then now you're working with Dalton. What's going on? And Britt's just crying. She's like, how do I know? Yeah, my that you'll still be here. Put me first, and my life. I gotta basically, how can I trust you with my life? You know, basically, before she spills everything, she wants to know that he is um committed, and he broke that because Sonny called him to come get Laura's car. So Britt's like, oh, perfect timing, blah blah blah. But I think, but on Monday they're gonna talk again. So I think Jason will probably ask her about Dalton. But I really want Britt to open up to somebody, especially somebody that's not gonna really judge her. Sonny can't really have no room to judge her. So I hope that is. Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's like, well, Jason is Captain Save Up. Oh lordy, but I really want Brett to open up to somebody, and I think that Jason is probably the only one that she could really open up to, not be judged, and someone who could actually help her. And I hope that him or I mean, Jocelyn or Bob, somebody figure out that she doesn't actually need that medicine. And once, I think she'll feel even much better if, once she finds that out that she doesn't actually need the medicine and this was all a ploy to get her to do somebody's dirty work. Um, I wonder if it is Faison. I mean, it makes it seem obvious that it's him now, but I don't know. Some people have been saying it's Peter, and I'm like, don't put that out there. JH has been doing very well. Let's not go backwards. Oh lordy. But some people think that Nathan could really be Peter, which I'm like, okay, I can see that because Peter was obsessed with Maxie. So, what better way to get back with Maxie than come back as her dead husband? But you know what? I just thought about it. As long as Nathan's been awake, he's never gone to the clinic to see Maxie. If he has, I don't recall him mentioning it, but I don't know. But Maxie's gonna be in her coma until January, February. I know early next year. Because Kirsten Storm, I know she moved to Tennessee, and then I heard that she was having brain surgery again. I'm like, damn girl. I know she had a few years ago, and now she's gonna do it again. I'm like, what are we gonna do with you, Kirsten? Well, I haven't been on social media a lot lately, so if she has, I need to go check and see if she's had it and how she's doing. and stuff. I know, checking on her like she's my bestie or something. Anyway, anyways, thank you for watching my review. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think is going to happen with, where do you think Jason took his body? Just like dumping in the water or something? Or just like hid it somewhere so that they can bring him back out later? I don't know. But oh, I was just thinking. No, never mind. That gun, never mind. I was like, maybe that was the same gun that was used for Drew, but no, the same gun. The gun used on Drew was from Edward's stash, not Sidwell's. I don't know. Let me think that over. But anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about this episode and what do you think is the next step with Jason and Britt. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe for more General Hospital reviews and other reviews and random videos. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my channel. But hit the notifications too, so you know whenever I post a video. And I think I covered all the self promotion. Thank you. Enjoy your weekends. Love you guys.